Oh, week. As you can tell, it's not Friday.
It's like coffee.
But, getting it in Saturday morning. Some buttery pancakes.
Deliciousness.
Without butter. Except for peanut butter on it.
Peanut butter.
Love that.
Choke cherry syrup.
Episode 3. Today. We're going to be talking about... First off, if you haven't seen our last 2 episodes...
Go check it out and
go check it
subscribe to the YouTube channel.
You can check it out, full video on YouTube, in our bio. The first one was on what is fitness? Is that the one?
Why fitness?
Why fitness? Why it's important.
I think it's
stay active.
embarrassing.
As you can see, fitness is not helping his
Got it.
strength or ability to take off a little and jar. Second one was on should you do CrossFit? So we just dive into some of the stuff that we do and the pros and cons of it. Should everyone do it?
Probably.
Should Joe Smo on the block do CrossFit?
Joe Smo. I know a guy named Joe Smo.
So yeah, go check it out. Just give our perspective on it, give our insights, our opinion on it. You may agree or disagree, that's alright. I'd love to hear from you guys though. So this episode is going to be more on priorities and how to balance life out, how to balance fitness, faith, family,
we haven't figured out
food, fun, all that stuff. So yeah, because we got all the answers. Not. Hannah has the answers. She's going to be on the show sometime as a special guest.
She's coming right now.
So, anyway, how was your week overall as far as like not fitness related, but maybe fitness related?
What happened this week? It was a busy week. Yeah, it was just busy. Hannah's family has been in town, so we have family in town from Pennsylvania, and it's just been busy. What do I know?
5 a.m. class. You went to work. I went out.
Oh yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday.
It's just a busy week. There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff going on. Spent overnight the other night out at my in-laws. It's been good, but it's been not a long week, just a tiring week. Yeah, good week. Good week, just like I'm just so sore from training. And work. Roofing. So it's just been a good, tiring week.
Yeah.
Even though all that to be said, I'm ready to hit it again today with some powerlifting stuff. So a lot to be said, even though it was tiring, even though I'm tired. Got 7 hours last night, which actually isn't bad. Maybe 6. But
It's really good.
all that to be said, I'm stoked to do some weightlifting this morning. So
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
some good training in. Let me get in, loosen back up,
For sure.
get back after it. What about you?
Yeah, man, this week was definitely tiring. Between work-wise, between working out, exercising, getting in the gym, all that. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, it was a weird week for me actually.
Yeah.
Probably Wednesday and Thursday. I don't know if you ever have those moments where you're just you have different mood or attitude, you're just not feeling it. You're just kind of off. That was kind of for me.
Just an off week.
Yeah, Monday was great. Just tearing off, just that tedious job, just ripping stuff apart and taking it off. No big deal. Tuesday was cool as well. Fit on some shingles.
I think part of it, maybe the weather just sucked. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was 2 thunderstorms throughout the day. It would be super nice, super sunny. And it was just rain, sunny, rain, and so it would just mess up work. Which I felt just kind of killed the vibes for work goes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, other than that, just personally for me, I don't know, it was just one of those weird weeks. Just I don't know, it was just even now it's still kind of like you have those times where you're like super stoked of like getting in the gym. You just have like a high energy attitude, and then some is just like, you know. But I don't know. That's just me personally, being honest. But anyway,
Priorities.
priorities. We're gonna talk about
Talk about it.
life. Talk about balance.
Where do you want to start? How do you
Yeah, I
want
don't
to
even
start?
know where to go with this.
We don't really either. I don't either.
But yeah, none of us took notes. So we're just gonna share just like some of our own personal challenges, I guess. Some of our own things that we're just going through, like, you know,
And hopefully
prioritizing. I guess what
Hopefully it'll
really
help you.
started off was the one evening at Patel's gym where we work out at. They have this ministry called R4C, and you know it's a bunch of middle schoolers, high schoolers coming there, and we do a workout together. Great ministry. You should check them out if you haven't. And they do like a little talk thing, a little group thing afterwards. And the one guy, one of the coaches there, just shared a little bit insight of like things that we idolize, things that we place number one or place over top of God. And it was super like, you know, I've heard that stuff before. Like it's just one of those things that like.
In this
you
episode,
gotta, like,
we're probably going to be talking a lot about our faith. So if you have a problem with that, you're going to have to get over it. America. Anyway,
Yeah,
go ahead.
America.
America.
So yeah, it's just like refocusing that priority, refocusing that like, where do I put my trust? Where do I put my number one love? You know, am I placing fitness over top of spending time with the Lord, which is one of the things that really came to each of us during the week. As like, we get up in the morning at 5 a.m. Like, you know, we don't want to miss that. Like,
4:30.
I mean, yeah, I get up at 4:10, and then try to get to the gym by 5. But yeah, it's like one of those things that's like, we gotta get in. We gotta be consistent with it. We want to get stronger. We have different weaknesses that we want to work on, and it's like, do I work on my weaknesses in my spiritual life like the same way as I do
Yep.
in the gym?
Hallelujah.
You know, even more so it should be. And just taking that time to like get in the Word, you know, just pray, just write down thoughts of the day or whatever. Yeah, just like lose that. Like it just kind of like fills up my spare time. It's like, well, yeah, I got to get in the Word here. I want to, like, it's something I love to do because I know it satisfies.
A deeper
You know,
longing.
my happiness, my
Joy.
hunger, my joy, and so like, but it's one of those things that, yeah, it's I have a hard time doing, and I have to refocus my attitude towards.
One thing also,
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, we know, as followers of Jesus, we know that the only thing that satisfies is Jesus, and we know that. And so, like, he told the woman at the well, like, if you drink the water that I have, you will no longer thirst ever again. And it's like, we know that. We've come to a place of, like, we know that, but, like, our actions aren't showing it. My actions don't show it. Like, I know that's true. I can go to R4C and teach these kids and be like, yo, Jesus, all the time, Christ is all. You need him in your life 100% of the time. The gospel changes everything. All this stuff, you're not going to be satisfied with, you know, your video games or girls or anything, you know, whatever, fill in the blank. You're not going to be satisfied with those things except for Jesus. But then I'll get up at, yeah, like you said, 4:30, hit the gym. But before that, I would never get up at 4:30 to spend time with the Lord. It's like, that was impossible. And it's like this checking of yourself of like, okay, is fitness and working out more important to me than Jesus? You know?
Yeah.
It's just trying to figure out that balance, because it's like, okay, you get up at 4:30, go work out at 5, get back at 6:15, eat breakfast, and then for me, that's the time I spend time with the Lord after that. But I get distracted. Get distracted with my phone, social media, get distracted with whatever it is, eating, making food.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, if I don't do it in the morning, even though I could probably do it throughout the day, I won't. And I know that about myself. And I think it's acknowledgement of knowing yourself well enough
Yeah.
to be able to say that.
Yeah. I guess the other thing, too, I was listening to one of the legends in CrossFit, Dan Bailey, and he was just talking about, he's a firm believer, awesome guy, and just one of his YouTube episodes, he was talking about, like, faith and fitness, and he shared a verse on there, I think it's from 1 Corinthians somewhere, where it talks about, and whatever you do it all to the glory of God. Like, give your best in everything you do. And, like, it's so easy to put things in different boxes, especially, like, in religion where, like, you know, you go to church and that's your time with the Lord, you know, on Sunday or whatever during the weekend. And, you know, and then you have your devotional time or whatever. And,
Bible
you know,
studies.
every day or whatever, you know, kind of in a box. But, like,
You got to spend
which
time,
is like
15 minutes or a half hour.
exactly what we're talking about. Like, having that intentional time, like, that is, like, key, because every time that I take the time to do that intentionally, like, I come away from it, like, so refreshed, so, like, encouraged. And, but also on top of that is, like, it is a relationship, like, it is a lifestyle, just walking with Jesus wherever you're at, in your workplace, in the gym, like, giving all to the glory of God. Like, if God has given you a gift and a talent of a certain hobby or work or a certain skill, like, do that, like, the best you can, and just give God the glory through it.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that, like, trying to refocus on is, you know, when I'm in the gym, like, it's so easy to get, like we said before in our other episode, is, like, it's so easy to get focused on my own self.
My biceps.
And, like, I gotta beat my time last time, or I have to beat Kel up here, or I have to beat, you know...
To the glory of God.
Yeah, to the glory of God.
You do that.
Yeah.
Can. It's all about mindset. And life is balanced. You know, this is our opinion. Life is balanced. All of life has to be balanced, and it comes down to your mindset, and that's why it's a personal relationship with Christ, because nobody can tell you what your mindset is and where your heart position is. That's between you and the Lord. So I could go in the gym and be so focused on Christ and be giving him the glory for my workout, and Joe or Darrell could be going to the gym and he looks like he's, you know, doing the same thing I am, but his heart is totally focused on himself. But so that's kind of like faith as well. But then even if you have families, if you're a father or a mom or a husband or a wife, priorities also come in there too, because we believe that priority is first God, foremost, and then your family, and then your ministry, and then everybody else. And so it's like, if those aren't lined up correctly, everything's gonna get all messed up. And in my life, those have definitely not been correct. And I learned it the hard way. Like last year, when I started a business, it was like, and this is something I learned through talking with my mentor. It was like, okay, if I thought starting a business meant sacrifice your priorities right now so that you can focus on your priorities later when you have that business successful. That was my mindset. I was like, okay, right now, because starting a business, you have to sacrifice everything. You know, working out and doing this, you have to sacrifice everything. That's what I thought. So I thought, okay, if I sacrifice all this, my family, God, you know, all that, I know that's my main priority, so I just need to sacrifice that so I can start this business. Then my priorities will come back around. And he told me, you know, he was right to my face. He was just like, that's never gonna happen. He's like, if your priorities aren't straightened out now, just because you started a business doesn't mean it's gonna change it. He's like, that's mindset, not something that's based on decisions or things that happen in life as far as business and all that. And I was just like, huh. Like, here all along I thought that you had to sacrifice those things, when you don't need to sacrifice your main priorities to go to the gym or to be healthy or to start a business. And that's ridiculous. And it's unbiblical. And it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a downward spiral. Once you get priorities mixed up, it's a downward spiral.
Yeah.
And obviously, that would have to include that your priorities are, you know, positioned right anyway. I mean, if
Right.
your main priority is like eat donuts every day for the rest of my life, that's not a good priority to have to begin with. So you have to have good priorities to begin with to get them mixed up. But
Right.
that's something I had to learn the
Yeah.
hard way last year. Sacrifice everything, which sucked. Rough.
So, question, like when you talked about ministry, what is like ministry for you? Like, what is that? What do you mean when you?
I think ministry it's kind of like a difficult one for me because it gets like it's kind of like gray area because like I think ministry. So when I'm talking ministry and like so it's God, family, ministry, and then whatever else. I'm talking about a ministry that is built in something that's established as a ministry, like R4C, which is working with kids, or church ministries, or if you're a pastor, or if you're a youth pastor, that's your ministry. That needs to be above, your personal pleasures.
Yeah.
And I mean, when it comes down to it, when you're married, you have kids, and you're in ministry, and you're doing this and this and this, your personal pleasures pretty much become last. You know what I mean? Like, taking care of yourself is huge because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others.
Yeah.
But personal pleasures and entertainment will become the last thing. And even if you're single, if you're part of ministry, that needs to be more important than your own personal entertainment and pleasures.
Yeah.
Because furthering the kingdom of God is more important than anything that you want to do in pleasuring yourself and entertaining yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that because I don't do that very good.
Yeah.
My priorities last 2 years, my priorities have been all screwed up, and I'm like finally being convicted and like trying to change, but it's hard because I know that you don't have to stop fitness and being at the gym and health to get those priorities right.
Yeah.
You just have to re-strategize on how it's gonna happen. And I'm still figuring that out. I'm still working on that.
Refocus.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of it for me is honestly just like putting my phone down and not being distracted by my phone.
Yeah.
Because I could be like, oh yeah, well it's because I go to the gym, an hour and a half in the morning, and then my son, I gotta spend time with him. It's like when it comes down to it, like those are lame ass excuses.
Yeah.
Like super lame and like dumb. It's when it comes down to it, if I'm honest with you guys and myself, it's my phone that I want to be on while I should be spending time with the Lord or spending time with my family, whatever else.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
I think
That's kind of where I'm at.
one of the thought
where
I
I'm at.
had with like refocusing.
What up, Paul? You the
Yeah,
man.
man. Love you. One of the thought I had was, I think a lot of time this is related to fitness and like faith and refocusing is like, I think there's a misunderstanding that a lot of people think, and that like going to the gym, going out for a run or whatever it is, fitness wise, like that's like a luxury, and that's like a personal like hobby, yes, and it's something that like you're doing for yourself, again, yes, but honestly, like, yeah, there's part of me that I love fitness, I love working out, like it just adds value to my life, but I don't think fitness is a luxury where it's like entertainment or something that like you find like not enjoyment from, but like, so I think so often like it can be viewed as something very selfish, like you're going to the gym, you want to work on yourself, your own goals, which is true, but in hindsight, it's actually one of the most selfless things you can do. It's actually I believe it's selfish to not work out, because you care more about, or if I don't work out, I don't take care of my body, I just want to eat whatever I want. That's more selfish, I think, to me, because I want to just do what brings me happiness, I just, eat whatever is good. And, like, working out is not always easy, like, physically, like, mentally. So, if I would just do what I want to do and just sit on the couch and watch Netflix and eat ice cream, like, that's a very selfish thing to do. You know?
Yep.
That's more selfish than getting in the gym, eating healthy, take care of your body so you can be active around your family and your community and serve in ministry where you're needed, where each of us are needed to play a part in raising up the next generation to better our communities and serve the Lord and give Him glory. And so, like, I don't know, there's that disconnect of, like, being in the gym can be selfish, what's the word? It can be selfish.
Sure.
But it can also be very selfish to not be in the gym,
right.
if that makes sense.
And going to the gym isn't bad, and going to the gym because you like it.
Right.
Like, because you can give God the glory through that. So you can, like Joel said earlier, whatever you do it to the glory of God. So if you're going to, if you're going to be making coffee, if you're going to go snowboarding, those things, none of those things are bad. But it's kind of a hard position in them.
Yeah.
As well.
Which is so hard because we are all selfish, like, as people at nature.
Right.
Like, we all have, we always, it's, our tendency is to think of ourselves.
Always.
And
Way
so,
easier.
like, and it goes back to the Lord and His grace. Like, you can't, like, I can't be selfless on my own because that's not my nature.
Right.
You know? So,
I mean, even if you can be doing good things, you can love your wife. I love my wife and do things for her. A lot of times, actually, out of selfish behavior, because I just want her to be happy, so she's not mad at me. You know what I mean? So it's like, even though I'm doing things that love her, in my heart, I'm just like, I just want to make her happy, so she's not, like, doesn't get upset at me or isn't sad. It's like, that's selfish. I'm not even doing things to love my wife in the right heart either. And, like, if you feel like that the balance, I don't have time to work out because I got to spend all this time with my family, that is the lamest, dumbest excuse I've ever heard, because you could get up before your family gets up.
Yeah.
Get up at 3 a.m.
Find a way to make it work. Like,
before your family gets up.
Yeah. And I've heard it say, like, I follow this guy on a podcast, Ryan Mickler. If you haven't checked him out, order a man. It's really good insight. I don't always agree with everything he says and everything the discussion says, but it's a good perspective, insight on many different topics concerning men. Anyway, he talks about, like, he gets so many guys in there that like, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to get in the gym every morning. And he's like, it's easier for you to say because you have your own home business and you're just at home and you can make it work. And he's just like, no, we all have the same 24 hours. We all have the same amount of time in a day. Like, he has family, we have family. Like, we all have different things that we're into. So don't try to make up excuses that your life is perfect or someone else's life is perfect and, like, they're not working a 9-to-5 job or whatever. But gotta find a way to make it work, whatever your situation is. And it goes again. Like, there's a balance, a dichotomy of knowing what's the right thing to do. And I think a lot of times we know what the right thing is to do.
Yeah.
Like, deep down inside, we know what is right and what is wrong. And sometimes maybe there's some gray areas there. And there's no right or wrong answer. We just have to make a choice and then learn from it. If it blows up in our face, then we know for next time.
Live and learn.
And live and learn. You gotta make adjustments, right, in life. There's stuff that I've done, and I was just like, that didn't go as planned, or I didn't expect that. But you can't change the past, so make a step from there.
Right.
Adjust and learn from it and be better next time. So
this is the perfect area to insert a Disney line.
Okay, Disney line. Cue. Go.
No, if somebody can, I will give somebody a pursuit shirt if they can name the Disney line. That should have been inserted there.
What Disney line should have been inserted
Right there.
in whatever thing I mentioned? I don't know what I
I don't even
said.
know what's going on.
A Pursuit shirt is has your name on it. If you can mention it.
It's gonna be so good.
Paul got it right. Hey, a whole new world.
A whole new world?
No, Paul.
No,
No.
Paul, that's wrong.
That's close. Actually, no, it's not. It's not close.
Not even close. I feel like that's the only one he
There's a
knows.
Not even in the
There's a
ballpark.
Disney line, and probably only a few people get it.
Sorry, Paul. I'll give you something anyway.
Yeah, I'll give you
Anyway.
a
Participation ribbon for Paul.
hug. Last minute thoughts from Jordan.
Jordan?
What do you think, Jordan? Think Daddy's.
Little gangster, you want to say something?
Yeah.
But kind of to wrap it up, a balanced lifestyle is the best lifestyle. Priorities for believers, especially, we believe God first, family if you have family, ministry, yourself always comes last.
Yeah. In a roundabout way.
In a roundabout way.
Yeah.
It's like you said earlier, you have to take care of yourself.
Dude.
Priorities. Keep your priorities straight. Don't sacrifice your priorities now, thinking that tomorrow you can change them, because it starts right now. Get your priorities straight. I'm going to work on it. Are you going to work on it?
I'm gonna work on that same.
I'm going to work on it. I'm going to keep going to the gym, but I'm going to make sure I'm in the Word, because I can't live a day without being in that Word, because it is the bread of life.
Yep. With the Lord, wherever you're at.
Family.
Like, if you're in a hard place, challenge place, awesome place, like, give your very best in that moment. Like, you can't change, like, the past. You can't change, like, training, for instance.
You can't change the past. What Disney movie goes with that?
Oh, you can't change the past. What is it? I don't know. But you can change your future.
No.
Ah.
Well, yeah, that actually, sure, but it's not that line. There's a line that goes that should be inserted there.
Regardless,
We're going to
wrapping
sign
this
off.
up.
Hopefully, if you can comment, message us if you get it right. We'll give you a shirt.
Let us know
Anyway.
if this has been helpful. As far as priorities go, we're kind of all over the place.
A little bit,
But
it's good.
sorry.
It's not a Flexy Friday, so we're throwing ourselves
Saturday.
off. But Saturday mornings
Stay
are great.
flexy.
Boom.
Have fun. Enjoy life. Spend time with your family, because they're not around forever.
Love you guys. Jesus loves you guys.
Jesus loves you.
Peace.
I know a lot of people that are scared to go die. Couple of them thinking they'll be living in the sky. While I'm here living, man, I gotta ask why.